Hey there, greetings, good morning, and welcome here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph, and I am the host of this channel. So we're here this morning to talk about the series we're running for the month of July, which is 30 bands, or 31 bands actually, 31 bands that have related or connected other bands to them. I've tried, like I've said, I've tried to pick one band as the main topic for each episode. And that band is going to be, today is going to be Thin Lizzy. And we're going to talk about the bands that are connected to them. I'm going to try to stay with just the bands that had impacts on them, as I've been trying to sort through each band, which bands are worth mentioning, which ones weren't really that important. And so there was basically three bands that were kind of connected to these guys. The first one was called Skid Row. This is a band that Gary Moore came from, and so needs to be mentioned because he's a huge impact on this band, Thin Lizzy. The other bands can include Coliseum 2, which is another band that Gary Moore was connected to. And the third band is Whitesnake, which we all know. This is a huge album, much huger than anything Thin Lizzy did. However, John Sykes had some success. He went from here to here. Now, John Sykes didn't have a huge impact on this as far as writing goes. He was only in on the one song, Cold Sweat, but his guitar influence on the band is pretty obvious. They actually became more of a heavy metal band as a result of his guitar influence than before that. They were, to me, just a hard rocking blues band with some pop and other stuff mixed in there. But this really kind of cements them as a bit of a metal band. A couple of tracks on here really quite heavy, dominating on this album. Some of their other albums, hard rock. A couple of them have a little bit of that metal sound, but not nearly to the effect that was on this album. And then John jumped from here to Whitesnake. Now, this isn't as heavy as the Thin Lizzy album, but much more commercial successful and a much more commercial metal sounding from John Sykes here. So those are the main bands connected to Thin Lizzy. So not a huge amount of connections here, but a band that had some connections to some bigger albums as well. So Skid Row, Coliseum 2, Whitesnake, all coming out of this Thin Lizzy. So anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of this episode of 31 rock bands that had related or connected rock bands to them. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Please hit the like and subscribe. If you want to add any comment about any of these bands, or you think another band should be added in there, by all means do so. And also, if you want, one guy's making the serious attempt here. I'm proud of him for doing it, picking his band and sticking to the rules pretty good here. Anyways, hope to see you all tomorrow. Take care and have yourself a good evening. Goodbye here from the Prog Monster.